All right, guys. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So just right before I get started, I want to introduce myself so that way we are not strangers. So this is my face. I'm Mike Burgos. Before we get into the business, I want to explain to you guys who I am. I want to give you guys an explanation of where I came from, what I've done prior to this. So I was working at a bank called Wells Fargo, working 60 to 70 hours per week, and I was struggling and I was going through a lot because I found myself in $22,000 in credit card debt. My credit score was 497. I didn't know what to do with my life, how to literally come out of that debt. I had that guilt conscience feeling within myself where every time I go to work, for some reason, I'm looking at people's account, and when I go home, I feel like, you know what, I'm still broke. What's going on? And it's just kind of like bothered me a lot. And my credit score needed really a lot of help. I maxed out all my credit cards. I started having late payments, a lot of inquiries on my credit card. So I was looking for other ways to actually make more money. Long story short, I ran into a gentleman. He shared the information with me. I was very excited because I was looking for something. He shared something that is substantial, something that is very vital in our environment, and the service was credit. I said, you know what? If the service is credit, then I'm all in. And I was already a banker. Long story short, we got involved within a very short window. I was able to actually raise my credit score very drastically. We're talking about from a 60-day window. I went up from a 497 all the way up to the 700s. And I'm super excited about this opportunity. So I'm going to walk you guys. I'm going to walk you guys through the process of literally what's going to happen for you, what you're going to get once you get started with us, if you decide to get started with us on the credit side. So for those of you who want to get started, you want to know a little bit more about the credit opportunity, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick. So that way I can show you guys literally what you're going to be receiving. So this is going to be like the back office once you first start with us, okay? This is going to be the back office. And so pretty much once you log in here, this is mine. We have a buffet of services. So let's start talking about the credit restoration. So this is the credit restoration right here. So all you're going to be doing is just click on this link, okay? There's a video here. You can literally play this little video. It's going to teach you exactly what to do. So for those of you who get started with us, this is going to be a simple walking, a simple process. You know, this video is going to be, it's very educational. It's going to walk you through the process. Again, when it comes to credit, you're going to learn the steps of the process. So if I was a brand new client, I would be clicking right here to access my account, okay? So this is fully accessed, but you're going to be doing this once you get started with us, step-by-step process. We show you how to do this. So we complete, once you complete the activation process, step number 2, we analyze and prepare your letters for you. Step number 3, we approve and attach verification, sign an email, right? Sign in mail. And then what you do is you send your result, and then we take the next step. Understand that it's a 45 to 90 days for you to see a major result on your credit. We're not here to tell you your credit's going to be fixed within 30 days. I'm not here to sell your pipe dream, but understand that this process takes at least 30 days for the credit bureaus to even send you a letter of response. So we can't force them, we can't make them send it much quicker than that. So that's already a 30 days process. Then we got to get your letters ready, okay? We got to verify you all of that. That takes about a week at times, right? So understand that that's just processing right now, sending letters back and forth with the bureaus. And so that already taking an extra 30 to 40 days. So we're not trying to prolong the process, but you got to understand this has to be done the right way. So we're showing you the steps right here, and all the clients, you're going to be able to see everything. You have documented process video, and also you have a Q&A, and you have a quiz section. So which is really good. Then you have the credit builder, which I love very much because once you fix your credit, you got to be able to build your credit as well. So the credit builder is going to show you all of the steps. For those of you who don't want to read a lot, guess what? You just click this video real quick, easy. Forms and documents. So there's so much here for you to learn. Again, this is, you over here have simple letter, request reduced payment, settlement letter. So again, this is all you get as a customer. Say you were to go to Joe Schmo or down the street that's doing credit repair. They're not going to give you all of this, all of these amazing letters, those sample letters. They're not going to give it to you. But understand that through us, you're getting more than just getting your credit fixed. We're teaching you about finance. We're teaching you how to always maintain your score as well. So these are tips on how to pay your bills on time, limit the amount of new credit that you applied for, pay down your debt, establish a good credit mix. So understand these things are vital. If you take the time and read and understand, guess what? You're always going to stay afloat. Because one thing is I can restore your credit, but if you are abusing your credit, guess what? There's nothing else that I can do for you. because now you're overusing your credit cards, but I'm restoring it. Guess what happened? There's more negative than the positive. So your credit is not really moving up. Understand, as negative fall off, the credit moves up. The more credit cards you apply for, your credit goes down. So I want you to think of a cup of water. If the cup of water is dirty, you put more clean water to it. Now, the dirt's going to rise to the top. You're going to have more dirty water. So you got to empty the cup. You got to clean the cup. Then you pour good water in there and clean water. So that's the same process when it comes to credit. So it's kind of like your blood pressure. You want to make sure you are monitoring at all times. So again, here you have the credit attorney. Understand this is debt harassment. So understand that the credit attorney can actually step into place. Understand how, these guys are professionals. So they're going to do what they do best. These are professionals. Kind of like the barber. You go to your barber, get a haircut. I've tried to get my haircut, do my haircut by myself in the past, trying to save money, but it never worked out the way I wanted to. So, a barber is always going to do a better job. So these guys, they know exactly when the creditors or the credit bureaus or the collection companies are going over the line. They're going overboard. They're violating certain laws. So they're here to actually fight for you. So I'm not going to go into too much details, but you're going to be able to see how to actually get in contact with the credit attorneys if you have anything that you're going through. And again, you have information about debt harassment. Again, when collectors call you, what do you say? Do you understand? Do you know your rights? Do you know how to speak to them? Do you know what or you should not, what you should and should not do? So these are things that are very, very key and very important. What about credit monitoring? This is so vital. I love this service a lot because over here, you're going to be able to log into this amazing platform. It's literally very, very, it's one of the best out there because it's going to give you a true report of your credit score, 24/7 access to your credit. So you're going to be notified. If something happened to your credit, whether you apply for a credit card, you're going to get that alert. If your credit went up by 10, 20 points, you're going to get an alert immediately. So this is going to be, you actually can download this on your cell phone. You can actually have it on a laptop just like this. Again, look at this. If you click on Money Manager, look, we find your accounts, daily updates, transaction monitor, alerts, action buttons. So it's more than just seeing your credit score. Your smart credit report, live ID alerts. So not only you can access your credit score, but you're also getting that alert. So it works similar to a protection type of app. I'm going to go over the protection side as well. You have the debt payoff, which is good. As you build your credit, your debt is usually play a major role when it comes to credit. Now, the majority of students, they have what you call student loans. A lot of people, maybe you have a bad breakup, you probably accrued some debt because you guys have bills joined together. But understand that as you pay down your debt, your credit is going to go up. So as you're making money, you want to make sure that your liabilities, your expenses are going down so that we can see the difference. If not, guess what? You have a lot of money, but you have a lot of debt. You're not really seeing any difference. So, but guess what? People need guidance. So we're going to give you the debt payoff, which is amazing. Again, you just click right here. They're going to give you a lot of guidance on what to do. Look at this. All of this is for free. So you take your time and read through this. Debt payoff tips, pay more than your minimum payment. Obviously, the banks want you to pay minimum, but you don't want to pay the minimum because if you do pay the minimum, guess what? The interest rate are never going to go down. So one of the things you want to do is you want to make multiple payments to your credit card so you can knock it down much quicker. It shows to the bank that you're serious and you're consistent. Financial lockbox, it works just like a safe deposit box, but it's going to be virtual. Put your sensitive information on there, email, password, things like that. Just information that is very, very important to you. You want to save it there in case you ever need them. Guess what? The financial lockbox is going to be very amazing. You'll be able to tell someone to access the financial lockbox so you can get anything that you need. God forbid something happened to you where you can't even really sign anything, but the financial lockbox can have all your information stored. So, you have, statements received monthly, quarterly, annually. You have these different things, invoices, right? Especially as business owners, you're doing so much. You're swiping your credit card left and right. You want to make sure you save all of these things, especially receipts and stuff like that. You want to have your life in order because you don't really know what's going to happen. And plus, at the end of the year, you could put yourself in a better place. Now, identity monitoring. This is huge because a lot of us has been victim of identity fraud, identity theft. So think about this. In Florida, we call it Florida because people are doing fraud left and right. So you don't want to put yourself in a position where you don't know what's going on with your account. You want to be alerted at all times. So we have Privacy Armor. which is amazing. Again, there's always gonna be a video here for you so you can learn about the service. But the privacy armor is gonna protect you from anyone that's trying to rob your information, whether use it to buy anything or surf your name through the dark web. So understand there's guys out there, there's bad people out there. So what sense does it make for you to build your credit and not protect it? Your credit is everything. So quick story, there's a young lady that one of my clients when I used to work for, when I used to be a banker, she thought she had a 700 credit score and she wanted to buy a home. And what happened was her credit was actually tampered. You know, somebody had access to her information. They actually used her social security, was able to buy a motorcycle on her name. So her credit score was down to the 500. So if you think about it, that's pretty bad. But she did not know all along that her credit was being used by somebody else. So because she didn't have a private, some type of protection on her credit. So therefore, she did not have a 700. She went down over 200 points. So she had to rebuild, find a way to restore her credit. But she thought she was ready. She just wanted to check to see what she's qualified for home, to buy a house. So therefore, she did not have her credit score, credit protected. Her information was on the net, and then somebody was able to use it in the wrong way. So you want to make sure you use that. The privacy armor is very simple. You're going to click here. Once you get started with us, you'll be able to activate the privacy armor, which is vital. Also, the life insurance, which is really good, but that's going to be only for people that want to become a consultant. It's going to be maxed out at $100,000, but I'm going to give you more information. For those of you who want to become a consultant, meaning that you want to offer this as a service and get paid for it, part-time or spare time or full-time, I'll show you exactly. We'll talk about the life insurance. But the beautiful thing about life insurance, as you work, your life insurance is going to go up, and it capped out at $100,000, which is good. We have some additional services like net worth, how to calculate your net worth. There's videos here, but the majority of our services is the credit. But we have the saving goals, which is amazing as well. It's a guideline on how to actually, I would say it's a roadmap on how to actually save money, how to budget yourself, making sure that you're not in the red zone. Now, will and trust. This is vital. So your will and trust, this is so key, because you want to make sure you protect yourself from lawsuits. You want to make sure you will your business. You want to pass it on to your kids, to your children's. Why? Because as you grow, as you build your business, one of the things you have to do is protect it. Then what you do, got to make more money. Then you got to invest. But as you invest, you want to make sure you're doing safe investments. You want to make sure you protect yourself. If you have a home, is the home protected? Is the home under trust? All the money that you make, all the business that you have open, you're living a great life. But are you willing your business to your kids? So you want to make sure you control your wealth. You want to make sure you control your wealth. How? Guess what? You want to have a will. You want to trust. These are the things that are vital. Understand that you have major celebrities, like I heard Prince, when he died, he did not have a will. He did not have a trust. So you got to think about it. All of that money that he built over $300 million fortune. I'm not too sure if he had the kids or not, but if he did not have a will, like they said, those kids cannot benefit anything from those $300 million. So again, these are things that we offer. So we don't just offer you just credit repair. If you want to go to somebody to sign up for credit repair, great, it's cool to go to the mom and pop shop, but we're doing something that we want to help you restore your credit. We want to help you build your credit. We want to show you how to save your money. We want to show you how to budget yourself the right way, knock down those debt that's been hunting you. But more importantly, you want to protect your identity. You also want to protect your wealth. We're giving you a will, giving you trust. So we're giving you a buffet of services. When you look at what we have, it's literally insane. Now, what we do, we take $2 from the YFL from your monthly subscription, and we actually apply it towards the YFL, which is Youth Financial Literacy Program, where we help teach kids on the matters of finance. Understand that investing into the youth is very, very key. It's very important to us because we understand that, for example, a guy like myself, if I knew what I knew now about credit, about finance, when I was 12 years old, when I was 13 years old, or maybe 18 years old, I could do much better in my adulthood. But a lot of us are victim of that because we did not have anything. There's no education when it comes to on credit. There's no education in terms of finance, How did I know that you could open up a business before the age of 18? So there's information that's out there, but I was not educated. So we make the effort to actually educate kids on the matters of finance. And I'm going to be able to show you guys how we are able to be doing so. Again, so it's going to be your portal. If you become a customer, for those of you who want to become a customer, it's going to show up just like this, okay? Also, we have the budgeting tool. You have all of these services right here And you'll be surprised when it comes to the amount of money that you actually is actually costing you to actually do this business, to actually get started with us as a customer. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to share with you guys the rest. Okay, I'm going to open up the screen right here. Okay, so we talk about the services, guys, but what makes us so special? Okay. So how is your credit being calculated? This is something that everybody needs. Simple information. Pay your bills on time. So 35% of your credit is going to be your payment history. Very key, very key. Capacity, or the amount that you owed, is going to be 30%. So if I have a $500 credit card, I should not be spending over $150. If I have a $1,000 credit card, I should not be spending over $300, because that puts me at risk. The banks doesn't want to do the banks don't want to do business with me, because they think that if I'm spending over 30% of money that's not mine, guess what? I'm at risk. I'm not a good person they should lend money to, because if they give me $100,000, that means I'm going to spend $30,000 to $40,000 easily. They don't want that. So they want to see consistency. They want to see that, okay, you're a credible person. You're a person that's going to pay your bills on time. There's a good track record. So if I take 30% plus 30% plus 35%, that put me at 65%. If I'm at 65%, that means the majority of my credit is pretty much depending on myself. So we can dictate how our credit score. Yes, I get it. Life happens, circumstances happens, but if life circumstances happen. But if 65% of your credit is based on you paying on time and the amount that you owed, making sure you don't overuse your credit card, guess what? You're actually winning the game. And everything else is actually come in time. Length of the credit, that's going to be based on time, 15%. New credits, it's 10%. Again, if you're new, you have a high credit score, you still are not credible, you're not trustworthy to the eyes of the bank, because when they're looking at your report, they don't see you paying a car yet, paying your car off, or they don't see enough years of history, so they don't really trust you. Not saying that you're not credible. You may have a 700 credit score and higher, but guess what? They don't see you as somebody who's reliable. Type of credit used going to be 10%, which is your installment loan. You have the revolving loan. Your installment loan will be kind of like paying down your car, and your revolving will be like your credit card. This is simple information about your credit. So very key, understand that the credit bureaus, they're not government entities. They're just private sector. So you have the Equifax, you have TransUnion, you have Experian. So these are private companies. Understand anything can be challenged, and what gives us the edge. Also, I'm going to leave you with one more thing. Everybody has the right to actually dispute anything on their credit. And these three credit bureaus, guess what? They're all separate entities, meaning that if something is accurate, let's say you had a bill that was reported March 17, 2017 on Equifax, but it was reported wrongly on TransUnion. Let's say it was reported April 17, 2018. So there's some discrepancies right there. There's differences because they're not joint. So these are separate bureaus. So you can literally use that as a way to actually target them so they can rectify it. Guess what? Every time there's a negative that's been rectified on your credit, whether it's your name, whether it's something with a date, once it's fall off, guess what? It's an algorithm. Your credit's gonna go up. So what makes it special? We used what you call the Fair Credit Reporting Act. We leveraged, it was established back in 1971. So you and I, as Americans, we have the right to dispute anything that is fully inaccurate and not that is erroneous as well, and obsolete items such as late payments, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcy, tax lien, collections. Very, very simple. Again, any one of these things actually can erode your credit. Now, we went over the services. Guess what? It's $188 to get started and $89 per month. That's what it's going to cost you to actually fix your credit. And I ask you, what is your credit worth to you? Are you going to look over $89, which is $3 per month, $2 per day to fix your credit? Or are you going to take that money and use it for something else? Guys, we all can actually fix our credit. Anyone can actually afford this. $188, which is the first month and activation fee, and you're going to be paying $89 per month. The beautiful thing is it's not even a contract. You can literally opt out whenever you feel like. But guess what? Why not invest in yourself? You are the best investment in the world. So you want to make sure you look at all of the services that we have. And I'll tell you right now, this is the best thing on the planet, because we give you not just we're going to help you restore your credit, but not only that, but we're going to give you so much information how to actually maintain your credit, how to build your credit, how to actually build your finance, making sure you protect yourself, not just your social, not just your credit, but also protect your wealth as well. So with that being said, for those of you who want to become a credit customer, you want to make sure you get back with the person who invited you on this call. But for those of you who actually want to become a consultant, so you can get paid on just referring a service, I'm going to go over this part right here, where we're going to show you exactly how to get paid, how I was able to change my life. I was able, not just myself, but friends were able to change their lives as well by this amazing opportunity. So we're going to jump straight into the meat and potato right here. So I hope everybody's having a good time watching me doing this presentation. So guys, like I said, 2.5 years ago, back in 2017, 2016, things was really, really tough for me because I was working enslaving a job at a small bank called Wells Fargo. I loved it, I appreciated it, but one of the things is I just could not make enough money. I was working 60 to 70 hours per week, and I was behind on my credit card. So I literally needed something else. So long story short, I met up with a friend of mine. He shared the information with me. I was not able to get started because I didn't have enough money. So long story short, I got involved by borrowing the money from the same gentleman who shared the information with me. We're actually friends, and then I said, you know what? Let me hold some of the money. I want to get involved. I really want to do this because I really believe this can help me. Didn't know if I could do this thing on a grand scheme, but we got started, and within our first 30 days, I was able to make enough money. I was able to pay down a huge portion of my $22,000 debt. By my second month, I was able to knock out all of the $22,000 debt. Again, do you know anyone out there that joined something or got started in an opportunity, they're able to pay down their debt within 2 months? Again, it's not that many opportunities out there. By month number 3, I was able to fire my boss. I went full time, put some money into the savings, went full time with the company. Ever since then, it's been history. We've helped numerous agents to become 6-figure earners in our business. Also this year, we're going to be having multiple 6-figure earners again into our team. Again, we're not boastful about this. I'm not saying 6 figures is a big deal. To some people it is, 7 figures to some people it is a big deal, but to some people it's not. But I want to show you guys the potential, here, what is possible here. We have people joining this business from any background, from very educated to non-educated. We're talking about people who just have no job at all. They're able to come here in a short window, make enough money. But again, the goal is whatever you're looking for, it can be done. If you're looking for an extra $500 a week, an extra $500 per month, that's up to you. But everybody has different goals. But I'm a little bit more aggressive. I like more money. So we were established back in 2004. We're a debt-free company. We've been in the business for a very, very long time. Obviously, if you're in the business since 2004, that means you are doing something right. But I want to share with you guys what is so powerful is that for just $288, you can actually get involved and become a consultant. Now, I got 2 friends of mine who are very successful. One of them owned a restaurant. And he said, Mike, it cost me over $500,000 to get into the restaurant business. It took me over 3 years before I was able to match what I spent. He said, every week, you're the first person on the job. You're the last person to leave. You're mopping, you're doing everything. You have every position, but you're paying everybody else except you first. But it takes many years to actually become profitable. It literally takes them year 5 to actually start making some profit. But still, every day, there's things here, there's things there, there's lawsuits. But understand that most business costs more than $288. But I don't want you guys to get involved. I'm not here to beg anyone to get involved. It's only $288. But you understand, scratch the $288. No one here is qualified to get involved. No one here is allowed to join because you have to be the perfect fit. What do I mean by the perfect fit? We're only looking for the people who wants to make more, who wants to level up. We're looking for the people who understand how money works. We're only for the people that say, you know what? I'm just tired of doing what I'm doing. I want to change my life. Guys, all of my friends do not work a job right now. Over 10 of my friends, okay? They don't work a job anymore. They're actually doing this full time. Again, if you are the person who says, you know what, I want to change my life, I want to level up, here's what we're going to be sharing with you. Once you get involved with 288 to become a consultant, you're going to have your own website. You're going to get paid on a weekly and a monthly basis. On a weekly basis, we're going to get the commission, residual, and bonuses. These are different structures of payment, a way of getting paid with our company. The beautiful thing is you don't have to have a desk in a crazy office, a fancy office. Everything's going to be done at the headquarters up in Michigan. So let's say I get a client. Let's say you sign me up as a client. I'm your first client. You're not going to be doing all of the paperwork. The company's going to be taking care of all of the paperwork. helping the customer, restoring their credit, helping the customer to achieve their goal, to change their life, and you're actually going to get paid. What a nice concept. So I'm removing all of the headache from you. So life insurance, which is up to $100,000 of life insurance. So meaning that as you build your business, your life insurance is going to go up from 10,000, 20,000, so on and so forth. Tax advantages, you're going to have a 1099, meaning that you're not working for me. I'm not your boss. You're going to get paid 1099. It's going to be tax free. You're going to choose how to pay your taxes by yourself. Go ahead and mute your line, guys. It's going to help me a lot if you can mute your line.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you can mute your line, it would be very, very good. I would appreciate it very much. Somebody named Celeste, mute your line, please. Thank you. So we talked about the YFL earlier, but I'm going to show you something that's really vital, the credit my rent. I love the credit my rent so much because you can literally go back and take 2 years of your rental history, dump it to your credit, and that's going to be positive trade line, meaning that that's going to show an amount of a consistency of payments on your credit, on your rent, or on your rental. So whether it's apartment or condo. Now, once you report that to your credit, guess what's going to happen? It's going to move up. And also the banks, if you ever need to borrow money, it shows strong. It shows consistency in the report. That's a form of a trade line. Also, we do have a secure credit card, which is another form of a trade line as well. Let's talk straight into the money. So you get involved. You invest $288 into yourself. Now you have a back office. You can make money just like myself. You get a customer, you make $100. If you get 2 customers, you make $200. I'm going to show you what happens if you get 5 customers. If you get 5 customers, now you're making $500. It's one-time commission. So here's the beauty of this. Once you acquire 5 customers, now your service is fully free. But let's say you get 3 customers and 2 agents. Now your service is still free. As long as you get 5 customers and agent, it doesn't really matter the combination, but your service is free. Meaning that you don't have to pay the $89 anymore. Your service is fully waived. You never have to pay that $89 as long as you have 5 or more paying their bills. Makes total sense. Now let's kind of play with the numbers real quick. What if you went out there and get 1 customer per day? That puts you at $36,000 per month. What if you do 3 customers per day? That puts you what, at $9,000 per month. So 3 customers per day puts you at over $100,000 per year. You're doing 6 figures for yourself. Where could you be? 6 figures every single year, right? So you're making $9,000 doing 6 figures a year, and I'm not asking you to go to school, get a degree. I'm not asking you to get go sit in class to get a certificate. I'm telling you to simply go out there and meet people and help them with their credit. Now think about this. How do we get customers? You're probably wondering how hard is it to get customers? Think about it. A realtor needs customer with good credit so they can sell a home. What about people who work at the dealership? The dealer wants to have customers with good credit so that way they can get approved for a car, right? Obviously, people can still get a car with bad credit, but their interest is going to be up the roof. So think about it. These businesses, right, they need credit in order for them to function. The bank, they need people with good credit so they can approve them for the loan. I used to be a banker processing over 200 credit card applications every single month, or even loans. So I got to process that amount so I can meet my numbers, which is 45. So out of 200, 45 approved, and the rest is denied. But I'm not legally able to actually help them. So you got to understand that there's so many people out there that want money, that want to buy a car, that want to buy a house. All you got to do is build the relationship with them. So there's tons of customers in the street. You don't have to convince anyone. This is not a business where you convince. This is a simple business. Now, once you sign up the customer, they stay on the service for 3 months, you're going to start getting paid $12 residual. It's kind of like being Michael Jackson, but you don't have to dance and perform, right? Michael Jackson is still getting paid, even though he's dead, but his estate is still getting paid royalties on Thriller. I think Thriller sold over $750 million, 750 million records. So that's a lot of money. And every time, his song's been playing on radio, he's getting paid a percentage, or his family's receive a percentage of that royalty, still getting that kickback. So it's the same thing. So you sign me up as a customer. Say I spend 4 months, I spend 6 months on the service. Guess what? After the 3rd month, you get paid after the 3rd month, start getting paid $12 every single month. Now, let's go over how you get paid by duplication. Duplication is everything. So we're going to get paid just like McDonald's. I don't know if you guys like McDonald's, but you can talk bad about them all you want, but I know McDonald's have one of the best French fries. They may not have the best burgers, and I know everybody probably have different opinions, but let's look at McDonald's. Why are they so successful? They got over 36,000 stores all over the world. So even if you don't like McDonald's here, someone's gonna buy McDonald's at some point. And McDonald's always in a major street. So they play the real estate game. So McDonald's has the real estate. They have more stores than Burger King. They got more stores than Wendy's. Guess what? They right there in your face. So every little kid that goes to, every little kid wants their parents to go to Mickey D's, right? They even have you buying a part of the chicken that does not even exist. It's called the nuggets. So the chicken nugget is not even part of the chicken. But guess what? Ever since McDonald's got into the nuggets business or the chicken business, McDonald's serves more chicken in the world than any other restaurants, right? Once they get into the coffee business, guess what? McDonald's serves more coffee than anybody else. McDonald's sells more Heinz ketchup than anybody else. Guess what? When you go to McDonald's, you said, you know what? I want ketchup. They don't charge you for the ketchup. They just give you this little ketchup thing. But guess what? They give out more ketchup and they sell more ketchup than anybody else. They already make the money in the back end, right? Because they got more locations. You probably see you can buy ketchups at Walmart. You can buy ketchups at different stores. But guess what? You cannot beat McDonald's because they got more hands. They got more people come into the drive-thru, so they beat you a number. So we're gonna get paid the same exact way. Instead of you going out there and do everything by yourself, you're gonna go out there and share the business with other people. Instead of you getting a customer per day, 3 customers per day, you're gonna duplicate. You're gonna share the information with Maria. Let's say this is Maria right here. Maria went out there and get 2 customers. Maria makes $200. Now you make an extra $100. You did not do the work, but you're getting paid on Maria's customers. Now, moving on. The next level, if you were to do the same thing, where you see FT, which is called field trainer, that's the first position in the company. So you get promoted to field trainer. All you have to do is to help 2 people get 2. What do I mean? You find Tom and Jerry, right? Tom is an agent. Jerry's an agent. You help them get 2 customers each. Now you get promoted to the following level, which is called field trainer. So if you were to do the same thing as a field trainer, you get paid $160. Senior field trainer, $240. Sales director, $380. For regional sales director, which is RSD, you get paid $430, all the way up to $560 based on your levels. So you do the same thing. I'm a senior vice president, so I'm making $530 if I go out there and recruit 1 person to help them get 2 customers. The combination has to make sense. That person has to get 2 customers for you to get paid the full amount. Now, understand that if you come in, if you get started today, you're a brand new person, you're gonna get paid $100. But I started just like an agent, like everybody else, and worked my way up. So we're gonna share exactly how to do the same thing. Now I'm gonna blow your mind with more money. Now, the monthly infinity bonus, all you have to do is once you get to sales directors and above, they're gonna be paying you a percentage based on your volume. So everything that I just mentioned prior, you going out there and get your customers, getting paid $12 residual, that is on the side. Also the recruiting side, meaning building your storefront, that's another side of making money. That's another way of making money, but this way is actually totally different. So let's say you get started, you build yourself to sales director. Your revenue you have to build every single 30 days is $10,000. So if this is so true, you're doing your $10,000 requirement, you're gonna get paid 0.5%. Now, let's say you do 11,000, you do 12,000. Guess what? You're gonna pay 0.5% on that actual amount, okay? So your volume would be $10,000. The 0.5% from the 10,000, you're gonna get paid an extra $50. If these numbers are correct, just like we say it is, guess what? From regional sales director, that's 187. Next level, which is executive, 1%, that will put you at 500. Vice president, you're doing $1,500 a month. Regional vice president, you're making $4,300 a month. Executive vice president, you're making over $10,000 every single month. So I have 1 executive vice president in my organization. We have 1 regional vice president in my organization, but also we have I think we have over 5 to 6 vice presidents to our organization. You know, people are getting promoted left and right. But just understand, these individuals, they're receiving, that vice president is making $1,500 a month. The regional vice president making an extra $4,300 a month. The executive vice president making an extra $10,000 every single 30 days. Senior vice president, you're doing $1 million a month. That's $22,000 every single 30 days. That's the position that the gentleman who's responsible for all my success, he's actually in that level. He mentored me to the top. And just imagine, he's getting paid an extra $22,000 every single month. So I'm pretty sure his wife is very happy, very excited, right? So senior regional vice president, you are making $62,000. So follow with me, don't lose me. So where it says $2.5 million, they're gonna be paying you $62,000 plus every single 30 days at that level. Senior executive vice president, you're making At $5 million, you're producing monthly. You're getting paid over $100,000 a month every single 30 days, and all the way to the pinnacle level, you're getting over $300,000 a month. Here is the beautiful thing: there's only one person at the top. There's no one at the senior executive level. What does that mean? Company's fairly new, but I'm not fully done yet. Before we wrap it up, we have a car program. So as you build your business, once you reach certain customer milestone, about 500 customers or more, right? You're gonna receive what you call a car allowance. It's gonna be $600 a month, all the way up to $1,500 a month. You can choose any of these cars right here, which is amazing. It's very lovely. So if you're receiving $600 a month, that's $7,000 per year you don't have to spend. So that's pretty lucrative to me. $7,000 per year you don't have to spend. Also, $1,500 a month, you're gonna grow up to $1,500 a month towards your car. That puts you at $18,000 a year you don't have to actually spend on driving a car, but they're giving you $18,000 a year towards a car. So if you have one of these cars, one of these brands, guess what? You can pay down your car much quicker, much faster. The level 2 is going to be $10,000 cash bonus. We talked about the $1,500 already, which is level 3. Level 4, $25,000 bonus. Level 5, you're going to get $50,000 bonus, and you can actually upgrade to a Bentley, because at that level, you can literally afford a Bentley. And all the way up to level 6, you're going to get paid $5,000 a month towards your mortgage. That's insane, okay? They say the American dream is you go to school, you get a good job, you get a home, you get a nice family, and you die broke, right? That's the dream in America. But this is our dream right here. We scratch that up. This is a whole different dream, okay? The American dream right here is to actually get paid $5,000 towards your mortgage, $60,000 per year to pay down your house, 60 grand. If you, in 2 years, you'll be paying over $120,000 towards your house. What if your house is worth $400,000 a year? What is your mortgage is $300,000 to $400,000? So within a year, you're knocking out over 100 grand. Within 5 years, your house is already paid off. So you got to understand the magnitude of what we have here. It's literally lucrative. We're going to pay your car off. We're paying your house off. Also, all the way to the top of the comp plan, $250,000 every single month. I don't even want to go over the rest of the stuff. It's going to sound too good to be true. So am I saying this is something that's going to happen by you closing your eyes and, go sit on the beach and then just message some people on Facebook? Absolutely not. Just like you're putting the same effort at your job, at what you're doing right now, if you put the same effort in something where you can for sure get your car paid for, you can get your home paid for, why not? Why not you? So we have success stories. We have Miss Nicola Smith Jackson. She's literally the only person at the top of the company. She's at the pinnacle level where she's literally making ridiculous amount of money. I mean, she's financially free, but she started from a very, very humble beginning. She worked in a salon for many years, but when she got into this industry, she literally skyrocketed to the top, one of the top female earners in the whole entire industry, but she's one of the most sought after speakers. But we're able to have her as a mentor on top of the company. Literally, she's sitting at the pinnacle, no one at the top. But that should always tell you that, this company is really, really early, really, really young. So also we have Mr. Alfred Nixon, who is at the senior regional vice president level. That's third level to the top. He actually got to the level pretty quickly, made a lot of money into the company, but more importantly, came from very humble beginning as well, came from Miami-Dade, from a very impoverished family, but he was able to build such a major fortune here. He has a huge empire into our business, and he's actually one of the gentlemen responsible for my success. And I'm very grateful for this gentleman who was able to buy himself a very beautiful home. When we talk about the level 6, he's already at that level where he's getting paid $5,000 a month towards his home. He's getting paid an extra $1,500 towards his car. Again, he's making ridiculous amount of money. I wish I could have shared the type of money that these gentlemen are making, because it could offend some of you guys on this call. But we're gonna move on to Mr. Ashton Henry, who actually mentored Mr. Alfred Nixon, who introduced the business to Brucey Rochester, who's actually mentored me into the business. So you gotta understand that this is a very, very powerful business. This gentleman came into this country less than $500 into his pocket. He's living the American dream, not the American dream that he saw you on TV, but he's literally living the lifestyle. He doesn't work a job. His family doesn't have to work ever again. He's highly paid. But I mean, this gentleman he's one of the top leader in our company. He's amazing. Mr. Ashton Henry, he was actually featured on Steve Harvey's show. Again, so we have a great team. We have a big team. We have a huge team. Again, you get involved with our team, you're automatically going to have success once you follow everything that we tell you to do. So last but not least, I don't want to keep you guys for so long. It's already late. I got to jump another call. It's already 9:50, but you're in business for yourself, not by yourself. What does that mean? Once you give us a 288, you invest 288, we don't take that money and put it in our pocket. That money goes to corporate. We set up your website for you. We're going to show you how to launch your new business, how to properly expose the protection plan, how to build a nationwide team, but also you need the right mindset because you could be overwhelmed. But we're going to teach you on everything. Let's do a small recap. To become a consultant is $288. You want to become just a customer, it's $188. But I'm going to leave you with something that is so vital is that timing. See, timing is everything in business. See, now we have one person at the top. We are less than $100 million empire. So meaning that before we hit the $500 million mark, you position yourself right now. Even if you're slow, just like me, even if you move very slow, just like myself, you're still going to put yourself in a good position where you can make few of those $500 million. I'm not looking to make all of the $500 million. I don't even want 10% of the $500 million, but I want to position myself so I can get a piece of that $500 million. Opportunity will come inconveniently. When opportunity knocked on my door, I did not have the money myself. I did not have the money myself when opportunity knocked on my door. Why? Because I didn't have $288 in my pocket. I literally put my ego to the side. I borrowed the money. I got started. And now we are here today. Don't work a regular job anymore. So if you guys want to change your life, you want to level up, this is the opportunity. You want to change your life, this is the opportunity. I'll tell you right now, my mentor shared with me, he said, Mike, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So he said, for things to change, you got to change. So you can't keep doing the same thing over and over back in 2016 and expect 2017 to be better. You got to change your routine. You got to change your discipline. You got to change what you're doing. So with that being said, guys, there's two types of people. Person A said, Mike, you could have stopped talking 15 minutes ago. I'm ready to get started. If that's you, I want to clap my hands for you. I want to hug you. I want to get on the phone personally with you. I want you to get back with the person who invited you. Get started right now. We're going to teach you. We're going to put you in a special program where we're going to mentor you and show you exactly how to win. But if you're that person who says, you know what, Mike, I got a few questions, but I really want to get started, free. It's totally fine. We're going to be able to show you exactly how to make money, how to actually benefit from our services. We're going to help you answer all your questions. But like my mentor said, we're going to run with the runners. We're going to walk with the walkers. But definitely we cannot sit with the sitters. So if you're a sitter, you say, you know what, this is not for me, it's totally fine. We don't want you to join if you don't see any value here. We're not looking for anybody to join because we know that those 65 million customers that have bad credit, that have financial issues, they're looking for an opportunity. They're looking for someone to help them. And that's keep on growing every single 30 days, every single day. Somebody's getting into more debt. Someone's getting divorced. Somebody's having a new kid. Guess what? It's going to tap into your finances. So we just position ourselves in a way so we can actually help other people. So again, we're not begging anyone to join. If this is not for you, it's totally fine. It's okay. We don't even have room for everybody to join. We're only looking for the key people that wants to level up, and we're going to share this information with you, and we're going to take you to the top. So if you're looking for 6, we're looking for 7 figures. If this is you, we're going to have a separate phone call after this. We're going to put you in a private VIP group where we're going to teach you and coach you exactly on what to do. With that being said, get back with the person who invited you here. We're going to go ahead and finish the webinar, and then we'll take it to the top. I'll see you guys at the TOP. Have a beautiful night. Thank you very much.
Good night, man.